Welcome back. We've got a hidden quest here with the janitor. So let's speak to Janitor Guyler. What am I going to do with this? Is everything okay? Oh, hey there, Reen. To tell you the truth, I found an ink brush on campus this morning. Now I'm trying to figure out whether or not to toss it in the incinerator. It's pretty nice. What do you mean by ink brush? Well, it's a brush. It doesn't look like it's had any paint on it. Must belong to Gaius then. Mind if I take a look? Guyler showed Reen the ink brush. Oh, I recognize this. This is most likely an Eastern calligraphy brush. So you've seen one of these things before? I have. Someone close to me had an interest in calligraphy, so it's a familiar sight by now. It's an art that has people putting all of their thoughts and emotions into whatever they write. Skilled calligraphers can express those feelings in every stroke of the character they're writing, making their work unique. Oh, isn't that something? And I'm sure its owner must have left it behind by accident. Wish I could get it back to them, whoever they are. Do I know anyone from the academy as interested in Eastern calligraphy as my master was? Take the ink brush. There's only one person I can think of who'd have the same interests as he does. Don't think he's supposed to be on campus today, but it's worth a shot. I think I know who that brush's owner is. Would you mind giving it to me for now? Oh, do you? That takes some weight off my shoulders, I'll tell you that. It's all yours. Thank you. I'll be sure to take it right over. I just hope you've got the right person in mind. Of course, it's Elise. I'm glad I caught you, Principal Van Dyke. I heard that you weren't going to be on campus today. Good day, Schwarzer. Unfortunately, I'm only here to gather the papers I need for my next meeting. In fact, you caught me right as I was about to leave. But did you have something to ask me? I can certainly spare a minute or two to help a student. Thank you very much. I do have one quick question. He definitely doesn't have time for a report on the Old Schoolhouse. It's kind of a strange one too. Guyler the janitor gave me this ink brush. It wouldn't happen to be yours by any chance, would it? Green showed Principal Van Dyke the Eastern ink brush. That it is. It's just lamenting its loss earlier. I thought as much. I'm glad I could reunite it with its rightful owner. Thank you ever so much. Where did you say you found this again? Well, Guyler gave it to me. He told me he found it near the water fountains this morning. I see, that would make sense. It's giving it a good cleaning over there just this morning. Remember, I left it there when someone called for me. By the time I was able to return, it had disappeared. How happy I am to have it back in my possession. Thank you again for spending the time and energy to reunite us, Schwarzer. It was no trouble at all. I'm kind of curious about that brush, though. Looks like you've used it for a long time. Ah, so you noticed. It was a gift from an old friend of mine, you see. In our younger days, we were constantly sparring, both to improve our skills and to motivate one another. He was the one who urged me to take up the art of Eastern calligraphy. Suppose it's been around 10 years since then. It's impressive that you've had the same brush for so long now. My apologies, Reen, but I'm afraid I must be going now. Wish I had more time to discuss the finer points of calligraphy with you. But alas. Maybe some other time. Hope I didn't make you late, though. Don't fret. Can't thank you enough for returning my brush to me. Please take this as a sign of my thanks. Thank you very much. And with that, I will take my leave. I look forward to hearing your report on the Old Schoolhouse upon my return. The door. I wonder if his old friend is really who I think it is. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be loitering in this room. Like, he just looked at the door. What? Returned the brush to its rightful owner, did you? I did. It turns out it was Principal Van Dyke's. Well, I'll be. Thinking about tossing it right into the incinerator, but now I'm sure I'm glad I didn't. You and me both. How much stuff do you incinerate anyway? So that belonged to Principal Van Dyke. I burn a lot of things doing this job, but I'm awful glad that wasn't one of them. Is that Venice? What in the world is she doing? We don't have practice today. Is it possible that I truly wish to become friends with Elise? Oh, why must my brother say such things? Can I get these twisted thoughts out of my head? Whitcomb really is as fast as Lambert says he is. They got back from their ride in a flash. I guess Lambert's been raising him since he was a first year, so it makes sense. I just returned from a quick ride along the highway. So one would expect Whitcomb is in top shape. I look forward to crossing swords with you myself. I'll be sure to issue a formal challenge to you once I've dealt with my current concerns. Laura went off to the training hall on her own. Hope she cheers up before too long. I haven't had a serious duel with someone in quite some time now. Patrick isn't so bad himself. Like anyone's gonna believe that after the way you demolished him. Holy hell. Even I don't stand a chance when you go all out. But I guess that's what makes you the terror of the fencing club. That was a blast. It's been a while since I took a fight so seriously. Patrick's pretty good himself. Oh dear, Patrick. No kidding, you completely destroyed him. Brought back some terrifying memories of when I had to go through the same thing. Inconceivable. To think that I could be defeated so thoroughly. And by a lady at that. With Friedel. Her strength is inhuman. Probably shouldn't bother him while he's stewing in his own rage. It's just been misfortune after misfortune lately. Get out of my sight. Hardly in the mood to engage with the likes of you. Well, if you insist. The flowers I'm trying to raise aren't doing great. Maybe I can't raise flowers after all. Guess people like me can't make flowers bloom. Oh no, Fina. They say flowers reflect the heart of whoever raises them. Sure, Fee's flowers will get better as soon as she overcomes whatever issue she's dealing with. We found a magazine that's offering prizes if you can pick the winners at the summer races. Time to finally cash in all the time I've spent at the racetracks watching and wishing I had the money to bet. I've pretty much got this contest wrapped up with a bow already. I told Jellica about it too. Wonder which horses she'd pick. The old schoolhouse is just full of surprises, isn't it? First the elevator, now the mechanical red door. Maybe I should go check it out when I finally get some free time. Just not now though. Totally exhausted after all that work. Maybe my brain could use a little jump start from that super sweet donut I've got tucked away in the cupboard. Couldn't look any happier. If I gave him a million mirror, he must really love sweet things. All this work has really wiped me out. Might be time to reward myself with that tasty donut I've been saving. Uh-oh. Why don't you join a club? It's not like it's too late. I'm sure you could get into one if you wanted. I'm just worried this is gonna happen again. Nah, I'm not interested in any of them. Maybe I'd join a really cool culture club. Maybe. Okay, it didn't happen, okay. Female student. Dorothy's been hard at work trying to encourage me to read books detailing extreme friendships between men. Looking back on it now, that seems to have been her intention ever since I joined the club. I'm almost ashamed it took me this long to realize it. I enjoy Dorothy's writing itself, but her taste can be a bit overbearing at times. Is it my fate to spend the rest of my days here feeling flustered? Upper class and lower class students not getting along is nothing new. People normally get over their prejudice and become friends by summer though. The upper class students aren't bad kids after all. Most of the upper class students just aren't used to making friends, let alone with commoners. You get one or two lost causes, but most of them come around. That Toe is a really hard worker. She spends her free days doing student council work, and her grades are still the highest out of all the second years. Can't help but worry about her when I see her working so late though. She's gonna give herself grey hairs if she keeps overworking herself like that. Toe works herself so hard, it's hard not to worry about her. If she were more laid back like Angelica, I wouldn't worry about her at all. I'm planning on watching the summer races myself. First day of the summer festival is a free day here at the academy, by the way. It's a public holiday over in Heimdall, see? And Trista's on the outskirts, but we're close enough to take the day off. First day of the summer festival is a free day here at the academy, and a lot of people take the day off work. Sounds like the perfect conditions to catch the summer races, if you ask me. So, our club's going to be shut down if we lose next month's match. Sorry, Mango. Seems like they went ahead and forced this through approval somehow. What a waste. I thought this year was really looking up once you joined. It's not over yet, Stefan. If they've hit us this hard, that's all the more reason to hit back even harder. We're going to completely annihilate them. Yeah. Both our clubs are around the same level when you look at raw playing ability. Means all I need to do is step up my game and show them they mess with the wrong club. Has he still got that strange hair on his face? He has. Mango is right. We want to keep this club alive. We need to come at them with everything we have. Oh, it's you. I'm afraid fate has dealt you a terrible hand today. Why, hello, Reen. How are you today? That's how most people start their conversations. Is that really so hard? My apologies. I wholeheartedly suggest that you take special care, though. I'm afraid you're en route to very bad luck today. I wholeheartedly suggest that you take special care. How would you like to accompany me to the summer festival tower? Everyone needs a break every now and then, and this seems like a perfect one. I'd like to at least. Maybe if I can get all this work out of the way. There are about 1 million things I'd rather do than attend a boring gardening party. Walking through the summer festival arm in arm with her, for instance. Yeah. Going to the summer festival would be awfully nice if I managed to finish all of this work. Oh, look. Crow has another book overdue. Must be a day of the week ending in Y. I swear, how many times must I tell that boy that he needs to return his books on time before it sticks? At this rate, he'll have more books in his dorm room than we have in the library itself by the time he graduates. Bet he's forgotten that he even has them. If I don't talk his ear off next time he's in here, I'll be looking to get those books back by the time he graduates. A number of important guests are invited to the banquet held at the Imperial Palace each year. Imagine my father and brother's names are on the guest list, being members of one of the 4 great houses. But with the tensions between the armies and other ongoing issues, not certain what they'll choose to do this year. Not that it's any of my business, of course. Our field study in Nord got me interested in reading about several old legends, so I ended up coming to the library with Eustace, hoping he can point me towards some good books on the subject. President Van Dyke is currently away on business. With Heimdall's Summer Festival approaching, he's being drawn into meetings left and right. So we're so busy this time of year. The Wind Orchestra will finally be performing next month. It's been a pleasure to see them all practice and grow. I eagerly await the chance to see the fruits of their efforts on the stage. I'm certain that their performance will be a resounding success. I eagerly await the chance to see the fruits of their efforts on the stage. Hearing about Heimdall's Summer Festival really takes me back. Oh, have you been to Heimdall? I used to work there, actually. Fortunately, I couldn't attend the summer festival very often, since the job had me traveling all the time. Oh my, I could only imagine you had quite the busy workplace. Ah, the summer festival really brings back memories. It'd be nice to go back and see it again, should I get the chance. I apologize, but I have a considerable amount of work that needs finishing. You and me both. That's exactly why you need to drink. It's our chance to unburden ourselves by grumbling about all the hardships we face. Wait, I think you're missing the point. You should take a break from work sometime and join me. Think of it as a chance to get some quality bonding time in with a fellow instructor. Oh, I knew I should have finished my work this afternoon. Then what of the swimming lessons? Held them entirely for the benefit of the students. Instructor Makarov, smoking on campus is strictly prohibited, just as I have told you over and over and over again. Oh, sorry about that. How many times must I tell him that the school is a no-smoking zone? Man, he's really worked up today, isn't he? I was in a slump just a short while ago, but it didn't last long. Took my own advice and worked straight through it. Slumps are nothing to me. But enough chit-chat. Back to work. Oh no. I was fiddling with Hybel's violin and one of the strings kinda snapped. But that happens all the time, right? Can fix it no problem. Can't he? Oh no. I'm gonna have to apologize the minute he gets back. It's weird though. Barely even touched it and the string just snapped. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe I'm cursed. Like anybody around here would be cursed, Mint. Thanks, Reen. That really cheered me up. I'll make sure that next month's performance goes off without a hitch. Oh, if it isn't my darling Vincent, mind if I join you? I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid you caught me right as I was leaving. Come now, darling, no need to be shy. Allow me to take you all the way home. I baked some more cookies, just for you. They're filled with love, literally. Just try them and see. I'm begging you, for the love of Adios, please stay away. Oh my, the predator has finally come upon its prey. Will Master Vincent discover the means to wriggle his way out of this situation? I shall be by his side every step of the way. Meow indeed. She seems so happy. Maybe I'll bring her some more another time. Right, with that all sorted, let's head down towards Trista, which should be the dorms, obviously. It's been a long day. Keep thinking about that red door down in the 4th floor of the old schoolhouse. Oh well, dwelling on it isn't going to magically make it pop open. I should probably head back to the dorm. Return to the dormitory.
Oh, you're headed back to Reen?
Yeah. You all on your way back then?
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit bushed today.
Bushed.
I figured it was about time to return to the dorms, too.
To be honest, I was hoping to get some more studying in, but since everyone else was going back...
Peer pressure.
Good old peer pressure.
Alright.
Oh, aren't Laura and Fee with you?
I'm afraid not. We looked for them, but they were nowhere to be found.
They're old enough to find their own way back.
I guess you're right, but it's a shame we couldn't all go back together.
Reen?
Huh?
Who is that girl?
No idea.
Isn't that uniform...
Elise? When did you...
What?
Is that your sister?
The one and only. What are you doing here, Elise? And this late in the day, too.
Look deep in your heart and you'll find your answer.
I mean, just answer him. There's no reason to be so cryptic.
What?
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. I'm Elise, Reen's sister. I apologize for cutting in, but would it be possible for me to borrow him for a while?
Bardo? Name of the game, everyone.
It's been a while, huh? Must be 6 months since I saw you? 7?
Yeah. The last time I saw you was when I came back to Ymir at the end of last year. But I always thought we'd have a chance to meet up after you enrolled here.
I'm sorry. I wanted to meet you out here too. It's just, I've been so busy lately. Besides, it's not easy to get permission to leave St. Astraeus campus, is it?
That's entirely beside the point. Heimdall is just 30 minutes from Trista by train. Add 20 more minutes travel time to get from Central Station to my school. But I suppose you're so tied up that even 50 minutes is too much time to spare for a little visit.
I'm sorry. I really am. I kept being hit with classwork, exams, field studies. But you're right. I probably could have made time if I'd made that a priority. It's just that,
Yes?
well... It's just that when I saw you last year, you seemed kind of distant. I thought maybe you'd started to find me a bother, so I figured it'd be best to just stay out of your way, I guess.
I was never distant. Maybe it seemed that way because, well, it's kind of a personal thing. I'd rather not talk about it.
If something's bothering you, you know you can always tell me about it.
It doesn't matter. What does matter is that I've never thought of you as a bother, ever.
I read that as brother.
And I swear on Adios's name that I never will.
Really? I'm happy to hear that. All right then. I'm going to clear up some time to come to the capital and see you. Promise. And you're always welcome to come visit me here, too.
Really? I'm glad to hear it. After growing up together, you're the last person I'd want to feel distant from.
You're right. So, is that what you came all the way out here to talk about? Seems a little overbearing just for that.
Well, our lack of communication has definitely been on my mind. But that's not the main reason I came here today. Do you really not know why I came?
Should I? Oh, that's the last letter I sent to you, isn't it? Oh, did you come for the souvenir I got you on our trip to the Nord Highlands? I found this cute accessory there that I figured you'd like.
You did? Wait, no, that's not why I came either. The issue here is the final part of your letter.
It's possible that after I graduate, I'll join the army. Even if I don't, though, I doubt I'll be coming back home to live. I really want to repay Mom and Dad for all they've done for me, so I'd appreciate your help with that at some point. I'm looking forward to catching up with you. Hope you're doing well. Rean Schwarzer. Ah, that.
What did you mean by, even if I don't, though, I doubt I'll be coming back home to live?
I'm gonna die back home.
Or by wanting to repay Mother and Father? You make it sound as though you intend to sever ties with them. You can't honestly be thinking that you're going to quietly bow out of succeeding father as head of the family. Are you, Rean?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Indeed. You'd have to drag me back to Ymir, kicking and screaming. It's the only way I'd go back there.
I have no intention of becoming the head of the family or the next Baron Schwarzer. What's so surprising about that? I was adopted. I wasn't born into a nobleman's life. The best thing would be for you to marry a good man and have him succeed Dad as Baron.
That doesn't even make sense! You might not be related to us by blood, but you're still Father's only son. And the right of adopted children to succeed their family name is recognized under imperial law.
Yeah, if the adopted child is of noble blood. At least that's how it's gone in most cases. And I'm not.
Oh.
What am I? Some abandoned kid that Dad found buried in a blizzard 12 years ago.
Yeah, you probably know one.
I couldn't even remember where I was from, or life before that. Just my name. And when he chose to take me in as his son, Dad became the hot topic of high society. People called him eccentric, crazy. Some of them even accused him of being unfaithful to Mom. One even asked him to his face if he intended to open wide the gates of the nobility to some low-born bastard. At some point, he got tired of dealing with all of it. He started to avoid leaving Ymir. And eventually, he stopped showing his face at all among the nobility, except on rare occasions. I've caused a lot of trouble for our family, and I really don't want to cause any more than I already have. I doubt I'll be able to leave the Schwarzer name behind, but at the very least, I want you and Mom and Dad to have the respect you deserve with your peers. After all, you'll be 16 next year, making your debut into high society. I know it might seem extreme to you, but try to understand how I feel. I'll still visit Ymir. It's not like I want to just walk out of your lives altogether. That's not it. I mean, Mom and Dad have always looked out for me, and that's a debt I'll never...
You don't get it.
What?
You don't get it at all. You don't understand how Father feels. You don't understand how Mother feels. And you don't understand how I feel.
Elise?
You're the worst! Why do you always have to be so stubborn? I hate you! I hate you!
Elise?
That could have gone better.
Well, what are you doing just standing there?
I mean, it's a nice evening. Why would I not be?
What are you...
Look, I'm sorry we might have overheard you, but that's beside the point right now. Don't just stand there, go after her!
She was crying.
I know this isn't a simple problem, but you can't just leave things like they are. She needs you.
Indeed, you have a duty to her as family.
Okay, I will. If you see her around, let her know I'm looking for her.
We will, so get going.
You've got a slap or two coming when you do find her, I'd wager.
It's no use. I can't sense her anywhere. I need to start looking around the entire campus.
And obviously, we'll end this part here. In the next part, we'll start wandering around the campus. Probably seeing if we can speak to a few people. It's like, maybe they got something new to say. I mean, there's definitely something going on in here, look. Something different that we need to investigate. So we'll see about that in the next part. Ta-ta for now.